Hi, this is Champlet 2 on the PlayStation Network. With so many new players continuing to show up in Los Santos on a regular basis, and so many GTA business opportunities to choose from, it's hard to know which businesses are the best investments. This video will provide some insights into the businesses to help you decide the best way to get your criminal enterprise started. There's a lot of information to cover here, so it will be a long video, but there's an index in the video description if you want to skip ahead to a specific topic. There are basically two types of businesses, active and passive. Passive businesses build valuable stock and products in the background while you're doing other things in the game. Active businesses require you to complete tasks to import products and export them. The ideal way to make the most money in GTA is to have a good balance of passive and active businesses. The active businesses are all cargo related. Vehicle cargo, special cargo, which most of us just call crates, and Airfreight Cargo. All of these require that you register as a CEO, which also means you have to own an executive office. There are 4 executive office locations to choose from, and I provided some links in the video description below to other videos on my channel to help you choose the best office for you if you haven't already bought one. For new players, I recommend starting with the Maze Bank West office for a minimum investment of $1 million. This will give you access to purchase and operate any of these 3 active businesses. You can always upgrade your office design and garages or move to a new office location later when you have more money. Of these active businesses, I highly recommend that new players focus on getting the vehicle warehouse first. It is by far the best profit-earning business in GTA Online, particularly for the single player who doesn't have easy access to reliable players to help you sell from your businesses. It doesn't require access to special vehicles, although a buzzard and owning your own cargo bob might certainly come in handy. And you don't need a lot of fancy weapons except for at least a sniper rifle with a suppressor. Vehicle cargo does require some grinding to get to the most profitable imports, but once you begin exporting nothing but top-range vehicles, you can export a top-range vehicle every 19 minutes for $80,000 each, which means you can make $240,000 per hour in profits, minus any damages to your vehicles. This is the best profit per hour of any of the businesses in GTA Online, especially without the help of other players. There's a link below to a video I made to show you about how to source and export only top-range vehicles. You don't have to invest in any required upgrades for the vehicle warehouses. The upgrades are all purely cosmetic, so save your money now and you can always come back and renovate later for the same cost. The vehicle warehouse in La Mesa is a good option for new players with a tight budget. At only $1.5 million, it's not only affordable, but it has good freeway access. If you have enough money to invest in a great location for the vehicle warehouse, I highly recommend the La Puerta warehouse for $2,735,000. I have a video in the links below with some detailed analysis to show why the vehicle warehouse, this one, is such an optimum choice. Before you buy and start filling your vehicle warehouse with imported cars, it's very important to know that to move from one vehicle warehouse to another one, you must first export all of your imported vehicles to empty out your warehouse. So choose very carefully, because it's more difficult to move to a new vehicle warehouse than it is for most businesses and properties in GTA Online. Now, the passive businesses can all be managed as an MC president. So you can purchase and run all of these after buying a very affordable motorcycle clubhouse. I recommend buying the cheapest one at Route 68 for normally just $200,000. It's a small investment for new players who don't have much money yet, and it's not a bad location either. Unless you intend to spend a lot of time getting motorcycles from your clubhouse garage or running missions from the clubhouse conference room, the location of your clubhouse really doesn't matter all that much. You don't have to spend money on cosmetic upgrades either at the clubhouse to get your businesses up and running. For the passive businesses that require supplies, I recommend always buying supplies instead of stealing them. Yeah, I know it looks like you save money and you make more profit if you steal the supplies, but you really don't. It takes several missions to steal enough supplies to fill your supply bar. You might spend anywhere from 15 or 30 minutes to an hour doing those supply missions just to get a full bar. Or you can just buy them for $75,000. As I showed you earlier, you can make $80,000 in just a few minutes by importing and exporting a top-range car in the vehicle warehouse, so you can make a lot more money doing other things than you can save by stealing supplies. So in this video, I'll be comparing each passive business with the purchase of a full bar of supplies for $75,000. And I'll show you how much product value is manufactured with that same supply amount in each business, so you can have a fair comparison of how much profit you can earn per hour from each business. Of the passive businesses, there are two that you can manage either as an MC president or as a CEO. They are the Bunker and the Nightclub Warehouse. The Bunker is the most profitable passive business in GTA, which is why I recommend it for the first passive business that new players should buy. With the staff and equipment upgrades, the Bunker produces product at a rate of $1,000 per real-life minute. Here's the profit breakdown. You'll have to register as a CEO or MC president at least once to buy supplies and sell, and you'll pay $9,400 in admin fees if you have the staff, equipment, and security upgrades for the Bunker. You buy the supplies for $75,000. They'll take 10 minutes to arrive while you're out selling your product. After the supplies arrive, wait 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is 140 minutes, for the supplies to run out. Your product value will be $140,000, which again is $1,000 in product value per real-life minute. This will require just one vehicle to sell, so you won't need any help. If you sell that to Los Santos, you'll make an extra 50%, so you'll get $210,000 plus a 1% high demand bonus for every other player in your session who's not a member of your organization. That's at least $125,600 in profit, which is an hourly profit of $53,829, plus the additional high demand bonuses. That is the highest hourly profit for a passive business in GTA. As a new player, I would ordinarily recommend that you consider the cheapest location first to save yourself some money on the investment. However, with the Bunker, I recommend spending a little bit more to get the best bunker location that will ultimately save you a lot of time and money. I recommend purchasing the Chumash bunker. I have a link to a best bunker location video in the description below that will show you why this bunker is such an outstanding choice and an affordable one too. Now that you've chosen one good active business and one good passive business, you'll need to decide what you want to purchase next. If you like staying really busy and grinding for instant returns, the other active businesses might be a smart choice for you. With special cargo, you have to pay for your crates up front, so if you lose them during the collection, like I just did in the video, you won't get that money back. If you purchase more than one crate at a time, you might just get one vehicle to retrieve and bring it back to the warehouse. But if it's multiple crates, you can only carry one at a time per person, and your remaining crates are visible to rivals in the session. Many of the collection missions are incredibly challenging and require air vehicles and weapons that a new player may not be able to afford. Sometimes aircraft and boats are provided for you to make your sales, and without upgrades, they are painfully slow. The boat you see in this video is really slow even after being upgraded. You can buy the upgrades for these delivery vehicles in your special cargo warehouse, and gotta warn you, they're not cheap. If you destroy any part of the sale cargo, you don't get paid for partial deliveries like you do with some other businesses. Although it's possible a portion at least of your supplies might be returned to your special cargo warehouse. I suggest that new players start with a small cargo warehouse for as little as $250,000. You can learn the ropes doing one-player sales of 8 crates or less just to see how much you like it. And you can upgrade your cargo warehouse vehicles and buy additional larger warehouses whenever you're ready. The profit you earn from the special cargo is determined by the volume of crates that you can sell at one time, which means you can make more if you have help from friends when you're selling. As for the Airfreight Cargo business in the hangar, many of the sourcing missions are exceptionally difficult, even for players with really good flying skills. As you see here in this video, you have to defend the Titan by taking down the buzzards attacking it, but your missile lock is disabled, no matter what weaponized aircraft you're using. This is just one example of many challenging sourcing and sale missions, but these may be a little more manageable with the help of some friends. The hangars at LSIA might be much more affordable, but I highly recommend buying one at Fort Zancudo. You get the added benefit of being able to fly over Fort Zancudo without getting a wanted level, plus you have access to jets that you can, well, let's just say borrow from the airfield that you can't get at LSIA. You can purchase a hangar at Fort Zancudo without additional upgrades for as little as $2,085,000. The profit you earn from Airfreight Cargo in the hangar is determined by the types of crates that you're selling and the volume of crates you can sell at one time. So recruit some friends to help you and sell more crates. If you're not really into the grinding that's required with the active businesses, maybe you'd prefer to allow staff to make money for you while you're off doing other things in the game to make even more money. If so, then investing in more passive businesses would be a good approach for you. The Nightclub Warehouse is a unique passive business because it requires that you own other businesses to enable product manufacturing inside the Nightclub Warehouse. You can sell from the Nightclub Warehouse as either a CEO or as an MC president. It doesn't require sourcing or buying supplies, so the only thing you have to do is show up to make the sales. Most of the sale missions are pretty easy too, and they only take maybe an average of 10 minutes or less to complete, so it's a good source of passive income. However, it does take a long time for products to get manufactured in the Nightclub Warehouse, so be prepared to wait many hours between sales. And it requires huge upfront investments to have all of the required businesses, technicians, vehicles, upgrades, and all of the storage you'll need. There's a link below in the video description to the Nightclub Warehouse Profit Strategy video on my channel that explains in great detail how to make the most profit from your Nightclub Warehouse, which can earn you at least $36,500 per hour in profit. You should really check out that video before you buy the nightclub and motorcycle club businesses to learn some tips that might save you a lot of money on those purchases. All of the motorcycle club businesses require that you own an MC Clubhouse, and you have to register as an MC president to buy supplies and make sales from them. Here's a very important tip. The MC businesses are rated frequently, but they only get rated while you're registered as an MC president. Do not register as an MC president and then walk away from your game. If a raid begins and you don't get there in time to defend your business, or you fail like I just did in this video, you'll lose all of your supplies and product, and you'll have to do the setup mission all over again just to restart your business. If you have a nightclub, You'll also have to reassign your technician to that product after you get your MC business restarted. To try to prevent having your MC businesses raided, wait until you actually go inside your business to buy supplies or make a sale before you register as an MC president. And be sure to disband your motorcycle club either before you exit the business or immediately after you complete a sale. Here's another really important tip. The sale missions for the MC businesses tend to take a lot more time than the sales for the bunker and the nightclub warehouse. Those may only take an average of 10 minutes or less, but the MC business sales may take an average of 20 minutes or more. Sometimes you can get just a very slow motorcycle or a truck that you have to drive across town, but more often you'll get multiple slow delivery vehicles. For example, the post-op vans like you see here in this video are incredibly slow and they have a really hard time climbing hills. This will play a factor in deciding which MC business locations to buy, but we'll come back to that shortly. With just one full bar of supplies, you could be required to deliver 3 post-op vans to 5 different stops each in under 30 minutes. If you're trying to make these deliveries on your own, that can be very difficult to do in the time allowed. Multiple motorcycles can also be challenging too because they're really slow Western baggers and the drops can be very far apart all over the map. If you don't have something really fast like an Oppressor Mark II or something similar to get you back to pick up your next delivery vehicle, you could easily run out of time to make the sale. There are 5 motorcycle club businesses. This table is going to show you the profit breakdown for all of them side by side. From most profitable to least, they are cocaine, methamphetamine, counterfeit cash, weed, and document forgery. In this table, the first column shows how long it takes to use one full bar of supplies to manufacture the product. You'll have to register at least once as an MC president to buy supplies and make a sale. And these are the admin fees you'll be charged, assuming that you purchased the staff, equipment, and security upgrades for each business. A full bar of supplies can be purchased for $75,000 for each business, and supplies take 10 minutes to arrive after you purchase them. The local sale amount column is the amount you'll see for your product value when you enter your business after manufacturing is complete. You can sell your product locally for this amount, such as selling to Blaine County if your business is in Blaine County, or you can choose to sell it to the opposite side of the map, such as selling to Los Santos if your business is in Blaine County, for an additional 50% bonus, which is the amount you'll see in the bonus sale amount column. The total profit column is the bonus sale amount minus the admin fees and the supply purchase amount. The profit per hour is the total profit amount divided by the total time it took to manufacture the product, which is found in the first time manufacturing column. So let's take a look at all of the passive business profits together, including the bunker and the nightclub warehouse, which again can be run as a CEO. As you can see, the cocaine and meth businesses make reasonably good hourly profits. They're a little lower than the bunker's hourly profit, but they're comparable to the nightclub warehouse hourly profit. Counterfeit cash, weed, and document forgery have such a low hourly profit that I honestly do not recommend even running those businesses. Spending 20 to 30 minutes of your time on those deliveries just to make $25,000 an hour or less, it's just not worth it. You could just buy those businesses, do the setup to get them started, don't purchase any of the upgrades if you're not planning to sell from them, and that'll save you a lot of money, and then just use them to manufacture products in your nightclub warehouse. Now, one other really important tip that you need to know is that leaving the game or going to a different session can have impacts on your passive business production. You might lose really small amounts of product when you change or leave your session, so you may find that your sale amount could be slightly lower than what you see here in this table. Or maybe you'll have a little bit of residual product left over when you made your last sale, so your sale amount might be slightly higher than what you see here. It can also take a few minutes longer to complete product manufacturing if you have left your session at some point after you ordered supplies. Now, I mentioned earlier that the really slow delivery vehicles for the MC business sales can have an impact on the business locations that you should consider buying. It's been my experience that the hills are steeper when you're headed north from Los Santos into Blaine County than they are when you're headed south from Blaine County into Los Santos. Now, I've owned business locations in the city and in the desert, and I've found the deliveries a little bit easier to make if you start from Blaine County business locations and deliver to Los Santos. I'd recommend purchasing the least expensive locations in Blaine County, especially since you may decide not to even upgrade them at all and make sales from some of these businesses. So don't waste your money on the more expensive locations. Well, you may have noticed that I didn't cover Arena Wars, the arcade, the casino penthouse, or the facilities. These properties can help you earn some money from heists and other missions, and they may help you manage supplies for your other businesses, but they don't allow you to produce or store products to be sold, so I didn't review those in this video. So the last tip I'll give you for new players, a lot of people ask me since I've been around for a while, how do I make all this money? And now a lot of it comes from 500 days of online time, actually more than that. Although some of that certainly was leaving my Nightclub Warehouse running overnight, but I've been at this for a while. And I can tell you the greatest majority of the money that I made came from doing Pacific Standard heists before the businesses came out. But since then, most of it has come from Vehicle Cargo, the Bunker, and the Nightclub Warehouse. So I highly recommend these three businesses. It's a great way to make a lot of money, and you'll be really successful if you focus on those. Thank you for watching, and I really hope this video was helpful to you. A like for the video and a subscription to my channel are always greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, leave me a comment here and I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as I can. Down in the video description below, you'll also find a link to my Discord channel. Come on in and chat with us, and maybe you'll find some new players to hang out with. Have a great day in Los Santos, and I hope you'll visit my channel again.